Hey guys, how's it going? It's me. I know I said I wanted to get these ordered yesterday, but I woke up this morning, looked them over again, and there's just still a couple of adjustments I want to make. So, let's make them. First thing I didn't like, um, fiat currency risk is not a sentence. Because the only other option I think um, would be to decide to be more formal. Um, it would involve fleshing out this sentence so that it's a true sentence, putting a period there, and then putting a period here, and then putting a period here. But that period there then interferes with the .io, and it looks like .io dot, and it just gets clumsy. So I strongly feel that just eliminating the punctuation here is the wise approach. I also didn't like how the this white band just seemed to, like, the H is swallowed up by that band, and I want to balance that out a little bit better. So let's triple click to highlight that sentence, and then let's play around with like the font size. 18.5. Let's take a look at that. Okay, that's better. Now it's got, there's two letters in that space. I don't like how. Let's try 18.6. There we go. It had just a tiny little sliver of that lighter part. Oops, not all, but triple click. 1, 2. Okay. 18.7. 18.8. Yeah, I just don't think it needs to be perfect. In fact, perfectly coming through like the middle might actually make it look silly. I want it to look natural. So let's see what we've got here. So this is still 16 point. That's good. Okay, we have two different sizes now. That's bad. Because it didn't give me a... anytime it does not give you... See how the font size is right up here? If I highlight this whole thing and it doesn't give you a font size, it's because there's two different font sizes and it doesn't know what to display. So somewhere I think I double clicked to highlight the word instead of triple clicking to highlight the whole thing. So this was different than that. So, but now it's all 18.6. We have both the H and the O occupy the light space here. The letter spacing should be fixed a little bit. This right here, the space right here is bigger than the space right there. So let's adjust that just to get some nice consistency. That's pretty good. Maybe just a tiny bit less. Okay. Okay, so we have part of the H and part of the O. Yeah, that would just, before it looked like it was just highlighting the O. And so it was kind of stealing the eye's focus. And now it looks to be, now it just reads a little bit smoother. Okay, so fiat currency risk. Let's take a look at letter spacing up in here. Obviously we have this glyph of the F and the I. That's normal for typography, for an F and an I to do that. Probably will bring this one down just a little bit. Bring this a little closer. That seemed to not do much. Okay, why is it not doing anything? Let's try negative Maybe it doesn't know how to do anything. Okay, there it goes. I was thinking maybe it didn't want to do anything because of that. Oh, look at that. That's separated now. Very interesting. Because all I did was that. Very interesting. Oh, because it considers it one unit. So I had to highlight both. That's fascinating. I've never seen that. Never adjusted lettering. Because, yeah, when I highlight both of them, there's two characters there. There's one, there's two. When I highlight one, or when I highlight both and do -40 on the letter spacing, the spacing here stays the same. It just tightens that one. Very cool. Negative, but I had to highlight both to get it to do that. I don't want to be looking at the space here, the space there. That appears to be reasonable. Probably just a couple little more adjustments here, right in there. Just a little bit more. And then right here we have this N and the C. And then we'll give it an overlook again here. Maybe just a little bit here too. I didn't see any change, so I wanted to undo that and recheck. So, okay. So, that space matches that space. That's a little tight. That's okay because it's an R coming over. Maybe a little bit right there. You can really spend a lot of time chasing down all this stuff, and it really doesn't matter as long as you don't have anything that's too terribly horrific. Most people won't notice any of this stuff. Every once in a while, you'll see though where somebody has not paid any attention to the letter spacing, and you almost looks like a word is separated into two words, and that's not good. Currency risk. The other thing is people aren't looking at it zoomed in; they're looking at it zoomed out. So you got to do a reality check. Like this right here now feels kind of close. I didn't make any adjustments there, but I think I'm going to actually spread this out a little bit. Let's take a look in closer here. All right, so there's 20 and here is 0. All right, let's compromise at 15. Because it was, you can see it was a little jammed up there compared to the space between the N and the C. Okay, but you don't want it to be the same. It's going to push the rest of the letter too far away. It's really this visual balance thing, not actual. This R and this E. So yeah, it's more about visual balance than precise measurement. All right, how does that look? Just really briefly here. This E is still floating out there a little bit. And this A and this T2. So this is what I'm talking about. You get trapped. And now you're like adjusting everything until the cows come home. To use a colloquialism, I think that's the right word. An idiom. Is an idiom and a colloquialism the same thing? I think they are. An idiom is like a saying, and a colloquialism, I believe, is also a saying. I've got bad drop frames right now, so sorry if I'm getting choppy here at all. So let's go to, we have fiat currency risk, choose to be ready. Learn more about the Earth project at earth.io. Okay. So I like that. And let's just make sure it's not in the middle, so it's good. There's enough showing that it doesn't throw things off. Alright, so just one more reality check here. This is approximately the size that people will see it. Fiat currency risk. Choose to be ready. Learn more about the Earth project at earth.io. Also, the smaller the font, the less apparent things are. Alright. Again, this is the first printing. When we get it back, if there's other adjustments that need to be made, we'll make them. And we'll go back to press if we need to. So we're 0 there. Yeah, again, just getting trapped in letter spacing land. Find yourself just kind of tightening everything up. Next thing you know, it's kind of back to the way that it was. Everything's just tighter. Fiat currency risk. Choose to be ready. Learn more about the Earth project at earth.io. Whoops. Alright, so okay. So down here, this was the main thing I wanted to mess with, is you are invited to participate. There was two things. One, I was thinking that here we could say, so we have, you are invited to participate. I was thinking another option would be to say, what was it? With the globe. Oh, global participation welcome. So global participation welcome versus you are invited to participate. I think global participation welcome sounds cooler. Global participation welcome. And I also had last night after I stopped the stream, I changed it from currency. We had currency. This is where we left off last night. The Earth Project is uniquely designed to thrive in today's global economic system and positioned to serve in the future as a global currency backed by ownership of a growing share of the planet itself. 2 success paths, 1 vision. You are invited to participate. So that's where we left off last night. I stopped the stream and then changed currency to medium of exchange, which it depends on who our target audience is. So anybody that's into crypto is going to be fine with the word currency. But anybody that's not into crypto that sees the word currency, I'm not sure they're going to get it, or it just might feel very far-reaching to those that aren't in the space and or aren't paying attention or are not aware of the risks involved with our current fiat system. So the global medium of exchange is a little bit more undefined, a little bit more I don't know. I think I like global medium of exchange. I think currency is just gonna people are gonna get hung up on that word, like currency, like, and then people are just gonna discount it. So people that aren't aware or aren't in the space will get hung up on that word in a bad way. So I think medium of exchange might be more universally better. And then I do like the sound of global participation welcome. And I can get that to fit no problem. So all I did was highlight the space here and make it smaller, which you get away with because that G has that curve. And that creates separation between the letter and the period. So, but global participation welcome is not as personal. So I think this sounds better. It's cooler sounding. 2 success paths, 1 vision, global participation welcome. That sounds awesome. But do we want it to sound awesome, or do we want people to get involved? And I think I gotta fix that. So this is what 12.7 point. So we'll just get this back to what it was. So although I like global, I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget it. Global participation welcome. So you are invited to participate. I'm going to do that anyway because of that Y. Also has that separation off of the period. So I think global participation welcome sounds cooler, but you are invited to participate is more personal and inviting to the individual that is holding this in their hand, because we're inviting them, you, as opposed to everybody. So it's more intimate. So I think global participation welcome sounds better, but I think you are invited to participate is more intimate. So we're gonna stick with what is it? Function over fashion. I think it's a better message. May not sound as cool, but it's a better, more effective message. So we're going to go with that. All right. So now I think we are ready to go. Go to press. The Earth Project is uniquely designed to thrive in today's global economic system and positioned to serve in the future as a global medium of exchange backed by ownership of a growing share of the planet itself. 2 success paths, 1 vision. You are invited to participate. Okay, I think that's perfect. So I'm not even going to look at it tomorrow. I'm just going to go to create outlines, export to PDF, and send it to the press. I'll do that in the morning. We did also get back from the India team the revision 10 of the Korean video, and I'm hoping that will be done so that we can move on to our next projects with them. Okay, that's it for tonight. I am going to get some Z's, and we'll do it again tomorrow. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.